when it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, passing your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Detroit Lions. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds.
Let's go. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Check, 47. No chance. Hey, Zebra! Watch the safety creep.
A carry for Bryce Love, the 4th rounder from Stanford. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw is Stafford. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I don't care what game it is. Everyone's always looking for an early advantage, an early break, and they almost had one there. That should have been an interception. Nice catch. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds.
And offensively lucky to have that one back. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Carrying one deep for Curse. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
At their own 20-yard line.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Check. Fresno. Hard. Tighten up.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Philip Lindsay. He's at the 50, 30, 20, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Philip Lindsay, an 80-yard touchdown. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing is Stafford. He's going to air it out deep for Amendola. And this is taken in at the 5. It's a gain of 34. The Lions into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Big grip. Big grip.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Well, we talked about Phillip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018. The Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, that's pretty clean living for Phillip Lindsay.
You go tight. You got tight. You got
ready. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
70, Indy. Recon, 132 fighter. Check 99. Kill, kill, kill. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. He's coming. Hey, Sam on. He's coming.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Check your hot read. Check. Back, back, back. Gone, gone. Let's go.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke on the move to his left. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Hey, let's go. 6-6, pull it high. Win championships, baby. Check 24, check 24. Whip. Watch the whip.
They'll run the toss. It's Lindsey. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The kick by McManus is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He'll have a 1st down past the 40. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line. It's the tight end. It's your wide receivers. Everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that they do their job. They'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit. He's settling in nicely here in the first quarter running the football. Remember, he already has the touchdown run.
And you can feel the vibe, can't you? He's in unison with his offensive front. They are in concert together. So if you're flipping over to the other side line of scrimmage, they've got to be more physical and handle some of these gaps that have been created.
On 1st down, Stafford here. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Look at me. Go.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Watch the twist. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Leo.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Block now to throw. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And score. Cortland Sutton, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point from McManus is good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Go, go.
Looking to throw on second down. Stafford. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Hey, high 7. Check, Mike 21, check. Nobody had.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. He's got Curse, and that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Lock. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense.
That's how we do it.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Check, nickel. Ready?
On 3rd and long, it's Lock. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Second-year punter Colby Wadman out there now for the Broncos. Back deep, Danny Amendola.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well.
else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Ready? Get it, 20! You. Real right, 22!
On 2nd and 9, Stafford. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Double right.
From the gun, here's Stafford. He hits Jermaine Kearse.
Let's go.
His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. On 1st down, Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting to 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
22. 32.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Here comes Lindsey, toss right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Throwing on 1st down is Locke. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Locke again here on 2nd and 10. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. As Sanders has it poked free. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Exit, exit. 47's a mic, boy, 47. Check, 47. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Come on.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Hey, Charlie.
Operating from the gun, Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time to change things. On 2nd and 15 now. Stafford. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. The Lions on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 15.
Hey, exit. 32.
From the gun, Stafford. It's caught inside the 25. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Alert. Shit, Omaha, ready to move. Watch the ship. Hey, dude.
Stafford on 1st down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Jermaine Kearse in the final seconds of the 1st half, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point good by Prater, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken at his 4. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. This is taken at the 3.
We play to win. Let's go.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the 1st half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. Block now on 1st down. And this is going to be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Phillip Lindsay, the intended target. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a cornerback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that,
weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 30, and he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. 62 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Danny Amendola with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. Prater for the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
17.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken at his 4. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
and the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Check 99. Check it.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Tackle made by the third-round pick out of Louisiana, Tracy Walker.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. He's going to air one out. No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth.
Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football, we're not seeing it right now.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Stafford, rush coming, and he's taken down. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they got to come up with a counter to that. And maybe
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Locke, eluding the pressure right. He'll find Sutton on the right side complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Locke now on 1st down. He's got Freeman here. It's complete.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Pilot, 64, whip. Check 24, check 24. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Switch, switch. Hit it.
To throw again on second down. Lock. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Trey Flowers make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. To throw it is Lock. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. 21 yards there on third down. Lock now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Damon Harrison has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And it's never going to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Lock. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And McManus able to put it through. Welcome back now to Denver. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
47 Mike. Hey, wahoo! Come on, QB, come on. Check double right. Check 17.
Operating from the gun. Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. Well, this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. How about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
If you're thinking of a comeback here, you go to 2016. That's when Stafford had an NFL record 8 fourth-quarter comebacks. But last year, despite playing all 16 games, he had 0. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. From the 27th, Stafford. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball. A little dangerous. Could have been picked. Now it's 3rd down. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
On third down, Johnson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
It's now a fourth down.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This from 44 yards away. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. I guess the good news as they start this drive is that they still do have the lead, Charles. If their defense hadn't been able to hold them to a field goal on the other side, they'd be down. But now it's about preserving that very small lead.
It is preserving and maybe stretching it out a little bit, because if you're a starter on that side of the ball, I certainly hope you didn't loosen up your shoulder pads or start to cut the tape off, because if you did it way too soon. They've got to go back out there with renewed vigor, for lack of a better term, and also a good plan. They need points, and they need them now.
And again, they'll run with Freeman. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's third down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Throwing his lock on third down. And he finds Hamilton. That's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on first down. Lindsey. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Recon, 132 fighter.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Alert 3, alert 3. Hey, Sam on. Check 26, check 26. Gone. Come on, switch it. Show it up. Smooth. Shit. Shoot.
From the 44. Lock. Flushed out right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Back to throw. Lock. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Stafford. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Check Mike 21. All day, all day. Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21.
He's back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Stafford. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
On the set. Rock it. Twist. Check nickel. No. Off. Big ass. Look at me. Go.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Freeman a first down and more. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Royce Freeman with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. McManus's point after is good. And it might seal the deal as that makes it a 2-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside.
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Stafford now to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, the fans should be applauding this defense right now. It's an excellent job. They force a 3 and out, and they should be able to set up their guys with great field position, probably near midfield or better.
The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Here's Sam Martin now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And taken right on the 30. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.